Let's talk about something that a lot of people feel, but they don't always say out loud. Creator economy is not fair. No, it's not fair. The creator economy, you can do everything right in this creator economy. You can post consistently, you can improve your content, you can show up every single day, and you still feel like you're being overlooked. Then you open your phone one day and then you see somebody else that posts a video, and suddenly everything changes for them. They go viral and you start to see that, oh, this thing is working for this person. And then you start asking yourself that, oh, am I the problem? What am I actually doing wrong? I promise you, the creator economy is not fair to everybody. It's not you, it's the creator economy. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Omobolaji Ajabari. I'm your social media manager's favorite social media manager. I am a creator economy strategist and educator. And on this channel, I break down what it actually takes to grow, position yourself, and make money as a creator or a social media manager without all the noise you see online. So let us get into it. And this is where I'm going to start. If you've ever felt like, oh, this creator economy space is unfair, I promise you're not overthinking it. You are not being dramatic. You are just paying more attention to how the creator economy works, because these are real things happening in the creator economy. You will see a lot of people that grow quickly. You will see people get the opportunities that you've always wanted. You've strived to get those opportunities. You will see content that actually looks simple perform better. That's why people say, oh, the content I spent 2 minutes to do perform better than the content that I spent 4 hours to edit. You see a lot of people that just came doing better than you. And if you don't understand how this space works, it can actually get to you. Number one thing I want you to note in this economy, if you plan on remaining in the creator economy, is not everybody starts from zero. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I don't know if anybody has ever told you, but not everybody starts from zero. And this is one thing I want everybody to consider if you are planning on staying in the creator economy for a very long time. Some people already have the network, some already have the access, some already understand content because of their past work experience. So when you see someone blow up online, it might look sudden to you, but you're only seeing the visible parts that they came in with. You are not seeing what work has gone behind the scenes. And if you are comparing your starting point to somebody else's middle, you always feel left behind. Yeah. Another thing I would want you to consider is momentum plays a big role in your growth in the creator economy. Once something starts working for somebody, it becomes more easier for more things to work for them. If they have one good video, it will lead to more reach, and more reach will lead to more followers. More followers will lead to more opportunities, more money. That's how it works. So all those things start to compound, and from the outside, it looks like, oh, everything is just working for them. But what you are actually seeing is the momentum. And when you are still building momentum, it can be very slow. I promise you, it can be very slow. So it will look like, oh, this person is doing better than myself. Another thing I would like you to note is decisions are not always logical. And this is very important, especially when it comes to working with brands in the creator economy. Brands don't always choose people based on who is best. They always choose based on who is fit for the campaign, who is fit for the audience, who is fit for the message. So you might look at a collaboration and you may feel confused. I know I've been there. There are so many times that a lot of brands would send, there was how would I say it? There was a brand when I was still in Nigeria, there was a brand that was selling furniture, and they were sending furniture to fashion influencers that don't sit at their decks. They've never sat down at their decks before. And I'm like, why exactly were they selling decks and table? The fashion influencers that have never sat down. They're always standing, changing outfits, doing transition. But the thing is, most times we're not seeing the full picture. We might feel like this collaboration isn't the very best, but you are only seeing one outcome without actually seeing the decision behind the thought process of that collaboration. And when you don't understand it, you can feel like, oh, this is being unfair, or the creator economy is unfair. Number 4 thing is going to be the algorithm is not consistent. Now, I'm going to talk about this, and I always talk about things like this honestly. The algorithm doesn't treat every piece of content the same way. Some content gets pushed more than others and some doesn't. And the algorithm is not something that you can predict. You can something strong and it will move, and then you can post something very simple and it will take off. That's why we're always talking about, oh, the video I spent less time doing does well than the video I spent more time doing. And the inconsistency of the algorithm can be very frustrating because you're putting in effort, but the response is not always consistent. So that's why I said the creator economy is not fair. The algorithm is the unfairest of them all. Yeah. We know Snow White is the fairest of them all, right? But the algorithm Grading is the unfairest of them all. Number 5 thing would be timing matters more than most people think. Sometimes it's not just about what it is that you post, it is when you post what you post. The right idea at that time can do very well, and the same idea at the wrong time may not land the right way. Yeah, it might not land the right way. And timing is not something that you can fully control. And that's why you sometimes always see similar content perform differently across different people, because somebody posted it at the right time and somebody posted it at the wrong time. So that's how it works. Its timing is different for everybody. That's why I said the creator economy is not fair. Number 6 would be people respond differently to different voices. And this is where a lot of comparison becomes unfair. 2 people can say the same thing and one will connect more, not because they are better, but because they have a voice that connects with a specific group of people. And that's something that you can never ever copy. And it's something that you build over time. The way I speak about certain things, if someone else speaks that same thing, it might not land well. Why the creator economy is unfair is consistency doesn't guarantee results. Yeah. And this is one of the hardest things to actually accept. You can be consistent and you might still not see immediate results. And that doesn't mean consistency doesn't matter. It does. It just means that consistency alone is not enough. You need direction. You need to be clear on what you do. I always say this a whole lot. You need clarity and you need to improve over time. So consistency, you might be the most consistent person and still not grow and still not get the brand deals and still not get clients and still not grow followers and grow a community. So now that I've said all these 7 points, what do you actually do? Because I don't want you to leave this video or you sit down here thinking, oh, this is unfair, I'm just going to give up. This doesn't help you move forward. So what are the things you should do going forward? Number 1, control your side of the work. There are things that are within your control, but there are things that you cannot control. And I tell myself, and I say this a lot when I'm speaking to my siblings or to my friends, when my friends are asking me, oh, Balaji, you didn't cry about the situation, you didn't cry about the situation. I will only cry when something is not, how will I say it, when something is within my control and it failed. If it is not within my control, no tear is going to drop. No tear. Anything that is out of my control, I'm not going to cry about it. My content, if it flops and I am the one that made it flop, I can cry about it. But if it's the algorithm that made it flop, I'm not going to cry about it. Your content, your effort, your learning, you improving on your content, that's where you should put your energy, because that's where you can control. That's where your progress happens. Make sure that the content you are creating the next day or tomorrow is better than what you created yesterday or what you're creating now. That's one thing I always strive to do. Like my YouTube videos from 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, the videos I create today are way better than what I created 4 years ago. The second thing I would say is build something that lasts. Instead of always chasing quick results, I want you to always think long term. What exactly are you building? What do you want to be known for in the creator economy? Because when you focus on that, your work becomes more stable and you don't compare yourself unnecessarily to other people because you're building something different. Which will now lead me to the top point, which says stop comparing without context. A lot of creators out there in the creator economy are comparing themselves to other creators without having context. If you are going to compare, make sure you compare properly. Look at your growth over time. Look at how you've improved over time. Look at what you are doing differently now. That's a more accurate measure of who you should compare yourself with, not somebody else, because you don't have the context. You really don't have the context. You don't know if they have a team behind them. You don't know if they have somebody that is mentioning their name. They don't know if they bribe people. So don't compare yourself with another person without context. Don't compare yourself to me. You don't know the context of the things I have behind my scene. You don't know what kind of gadgets they're doing. Somebody that is using an Osmo Pocket 3, comparing themselves to somebody that is using a Sony FX3, that person has more money, number 1. That person has maybe color grading skills, videography, background and everything. Don't compare yourself, okay? Number 4 thing would be create your own opportunities. Don't wait for everything to come to you. Reach out. A lot of my longest paid partnership right now is because I reached out to somebody. Reach out, start projects, put yourself in positions where you can be seen, because movement creates momentum. Before I got invited to Adobe Ambassador Program, I started attending their events. I bought a ticket for 250,000. Sorry, I said 250,000. I bought a ticket for £250. I paid for my hotel fee. At the end of that week, because I stayed in the hotel for 2 days, at the end of that week, I spent nothing less than £700 100 to attend that event. But what I left from that event, I got invited to Adobe's dinner. I met a lot of people at Adobe. Then I got invited to the Adobe VIP community. Then I got into the Adobe Ambassador program. So I would tell you to put yourself in positions where you can be seen. If you are always in your house, you don't attend events, you don't go for creator networking events, you don't reach out to brands, they're not going to see you. You are invisible. So movement would always create more movement. So you need to move. Even the tree moves with the wind. So move. The fifth thing I would say is you need to stay in the game. It is very simple, but it matters. A lot of people leave the creator economy too early. They stop before things start to connect. And the people who stay, the people who learn and adjust are usually the ones who see results. So you need to stay and you don't need to move. Don't move too early. Stay, learn, adjust. Okay, this isn't working. How can I tweak it? Oh, I'm not getting this brand deal. What am I doing with my pitch? Pay for access. A lot of people are selling pitch templates that actually do work if you only stay, you learn, and you adjust. Now, this is where I'm going to land, and this is where I'm going to leave you with this. The creator economy is not fair. It's not fair. It's still not fair to me. It's not fair to Black people, Black women especially, but it's still open. It's still open, and there's still space. There's still opportunities, and the people who make the most of it are not the ones who had the easiest parts. Yeah, they are the ones who stayed. They're the ones who learned. They're the ones who kept going even when things felt slow. So keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. Now, if this resonated with you, I want you to tell me in the comments what part of this has been your experience. I would really love to hear and see how I can help also, maybe by sharing my own story. And don't forget, my name is Omobolaji Ajibare. I am your social media manager's favorite social media manager. And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Why? Why? Do you want to miss out on the very best conversations ever? No? Then make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to like and share this with someone who needs to see this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.